Yo, everybody, what's going on? What's going on? Hey, I'm super excited that you're back here to get your update when it comes to our Manchester United. This is Man United Central, and I'm your boy Luther. Just hit the subscribe and notification bell because I don't want you to miss any new videos that come out of this channel. All right, that being said, let's jump into it. So today we're going to talk about the usual. We're going to start with the takeover. Do we have any update? I'll brief you on that, and then we're going to pivot to the most important thing, the transfers. If we have any ins, outs, what's going on, when it comes to our Manchester United. That being said, let's jump into it. Okay, now, as far as the takeover, right? As far as the takeover, both parties, Sir Jim and Sheikh Jassim Al Thani, basically both parties, right? They have been kept in the dark, which I'm sure some of you know or have heard. They've been kept in the dark, and both parties now feel that this is really unprofessional when it comes to the Glazers, right? Because what is happening is Sir Jim Ratcliffe, right? We all know that he owns Nice. It's a team in the French league. Now, because he's engaged in the takeover from Man United, and because with this delay and they don't know what's going to happen, unfortunately, with Nice, they cannot make any transfer deals, right? Basically, so Nice is also now affected by our takeover situation, thanks to the Glazers, right? Because it looks like the way Nice is seeing it is if Sir Jim is engaged, they want to make sure the funds, they're kind of steady, nothing is moving in and out, because everything is kind of tied into the whole takeover. It's the same thing like, say, for example, if you're about to buy a house, like here in the US, you are told after a certain time, once your mortgage is being processed, they tell you don't make any huge purchases or don't do certain things. That way, it will not affect your finances the way the bank sees it at this time frame, right? So it could be a situation like that. Nice cannot do anything because of takeover. Of course, Sheikh Jassim, he's, waiting patiently. But of course, with him also, he's getting frustrated too because he wants to get this thing over and done with. That way, he can move on to other things, right? Other things like allowing, Ten Hag to actually jump into the market, make purchases and, do some movement when it comes to building our team, right? So everything is kind of tied into this thing. Again, guys, I mean, your guess is as good as mine when we're going to get to the end of this thing. I really hope it's soon because, I mean, we really need to stop talking about this, right? Wouldn't it be nice one day you come here for your update, I'm telling you, guys, we have news. The takeover saga is finally over. Trust me. We're all in this boat together, guys. We're all feeling the pain. You know what? Let's hang in there. Hopefully, let's keep our fingers crossed that the Glazers will come to their senses and please take us in this nightmare of them, and they get out of our team, right? All right, guys. Now, that being said, that's basically what we have when it comes to the takeover. When it comes to the striker situation, right? Harry Kane, who is Ten Hag's number one target, apparently is also a target of Bayern Munich, right? So Bayern Munich, they're looking for striker, and they're laser focused on Harry Kane, right? Now, this is good for us because now the top strikers, there's not that many. It's Harry Kane, Victor Osimhen, these are the main ones, right? So if Bayern is focusing on Kane, guess what? We can, it can be advantageous to us because we can go in on Victor Osimhen, right? Now, to do that, obviously we'll need some funds released. Again, who knows when that will happen? But again, it's good news for us in a way because it shows Bayern Munich they're not in for Osimhen, because we know whenever we're going against these big teams, we usually end up losing, right? We've already lost Kim Min-jae to them. Hopefully they can have Kane. We can go to Osimhen, because either one of them, to me and to you, I'm sure you'll be cool with it, right? Manchester United have reportedly inquired about Utrecht midfielder Tyler Booth. All right. So Tyler Booth, he's a 22-year-old United States international, guys. All right. Who was previously, he spent some time at Bayern Munich, and pretty much he caught the attention of Man United and that of Ten Hag. Ten Hag has been monitoring this kid, and he sees that he could be a potential for us to go into. And we just did business with Utrecht by sending them Zidane Iqbal on, basically they signed him. So it could be a good deal for us because Utrecht may be willing to let go of Tyler Booth easily, because we've already done some business together, right? I've watched a couple of clips of him. He's decent. He's decent. He's not, something to get you off your seat kind of thing, but he has potential, and Ten Hag is seeing that potential, right? Because obviously Ten Hag is seeing that, look, we need to bring in some players, and the way it's looking, that midfield is looking kind of light, right? So we'll keep an eye on that and see what happens, right? When it comes to midfield, we're also looking to, of course, Mason Mount deal with Chelsea fell through, and we pulled back, which I'm very proud of you, Man United. Stay like that. We pulled out of it, but we pulled out of the negotiations, but we left the deal that we put on earlier still on the table, the 50 million plus 5 in add-ons, right? That one is still there. We're going to leave it there. If Chelsea, I don't know, a month from now, hopefully before the season starts, they come to their senses, they will say, okay, you know what, United, we'll come to our senses. Here you go. You can have the player. Then we'll take Mason Mount because, of course, Ten Hag really wants this kid. Now, the good thing is with Chelsea, they hit a stumbling block because they have also been trying to get a player that we've been gunning for, Moise Caicedo. Stumbling block because Caicedo and Brighton, they were looking for 80 million, right? And Chelsea is not willing to pay this much for Caicedo. That gives us an advantage too, because United, we have already accepted that we're going to pay more for this kid. So we may jump in there and, go in as an opposed, because I don't see any other team really going for Caicedo. So we may be able to bring that kid in. Now, another target that we were looking for in the mid, which we were trying to sign for free, is Adrien Rabiot from Juventus, right? We started negotiation with them. We put in our bid for him because we can get him for free. We just need to be able to pay his crazy amount of salary. That's what he wants, and that's what we did. We put in our offer on the table to Rabiot and his team, and guess what? Rabiot and his team, they decided to turn it down because now I'm seeing reports that he's looking to sign a contract extension for 1 year with Juventus, right? So it looks like we may be losing the chance to sign Adrien Rabiot. And the sad about that is because we don't have money, we were looking to get a player like Rabiot because we're going to get him for free. We just need to pay his salary, right? Now, by Rabiot not being considered now, because of course if he signs an extension contract with Juventus, we will actually have to go in and get a midfielder, pay money that we really don't have, right? This also shows you, like, United, when it comes to negotiation, was terrible. We should have been talking to Rabiot from the get-go to secure his services, have him, put some commitments down. That way we know, okay, he's in the pocket. But now Rabiot's gone, so what are we gonna do, right? Personally, yes, Rabiot is not my first choice, but the good thing with him, he can play the Casemiro role, right? And Mount cannot play if we were to get Mount. But the good thing is, now I hope Ten Hag and his team, they're focusing on bringing in Caicedo now, because Caicedo, at least he can play both of those roles, right? Now, staying with the midfield, there's some report, the target that we were looking for last summer by the name of Frankie de Jong may be available, because what is happening is La Liga has told Barcelona to reduce their debt by 200 million euros, right? If they want to take part in competition they recently won, right? So basically La Liga is saying, look, you guys need to reduce your debt. And how do you do that? You sell some players, right? So, and with Ika Gundogan coming in from Man City, Barcelona may be willing to sell De Jong, right? Now, if there's any chance of De Jong being able to be sold, trust and believe Ten Hag will be all over that deal, right? Which is no good for us because now if we're focusing on Caicedo and all these other players, Ten Hag will be like, you know, forget it. I want my boy. I want De Jong. Because you know, Ten Hag was gunning for De Jong, right? Because now, it's not for no reason. De Jong, he's one player who can actually play all those positions. You can play it in a two. It could be Casemiro and him, or it can midfield three. So it could be like Casemiro, De Jong, and Bruno. Like he's that versatile. He can even go play higher, right? So he's very versatile, comfortable, right? Even if, say for example, Casemiro is suspended, De Jong can handle that role perfectly. So, you know, it would make sense why, you know, Ten Hag would really want to get this kid, right? But I really don't want to be pulled into the whole De Jong saga again because I am tired, man. Like last summer when we were chasing this kid and he chose not to come, I'm done. I'm done with De Jong. We just need to be focusing on other targets. But the problem is, as soon as Ten Hag catches wind that this kid is available, oh boy, it's going to be on, right? Now, this is sticking with the transfer situation, right? I saw something today, finally, Manchester United, they have put some price tags on some of our players that we're trying to get rid of, right? This is funny. When I was seeing this, Chris Wheeler from, this is Chris Wheeler from, I think it's from the Daily Mail, if I'm not mistaken. Chris Wheeler has reported that United has put a price tag on some of the players, and I'm seeing that I think Jadon Sancho, his price tag is I think what 40 million. Anthony Martial is for sale. Of course, Bailly, Fred, Donny van de Beek, our captain, Maguire, McTominay, Dean Henderson. Dude, if we get rid of these guys and they put in the price there, yeah, Chris Wheeler from the Mail, yeah. Basically, if we can sell these players, it will be amazing because we'll be able to generate some funds to be able to properly invest in the team. So yeah, so the price tags that I was seeing here is Sancho is 45 million, Maguire 40 million, McTominay 40, Martial 25, Henderson 20, Van de Beek 20 million, Fred 20 million, Henderson 20 million. This thing looks like a menu. If you're trying to go to get some lunch or something, you're looking at the prices and you're like, I could use some Maguire. But talking about Maguire, it looks like Tottenham are interested, like they're looking to get Maguire services, man. So it will be really good if Tottenham comes in for Maguire, right? And maybe that we can do some kind of deal there, right? Look, we can tell Tottenham, look, you guys can have Maguire. Maybe we can throw in another player in there, I don't know, Elanga or something, and then you give us Harry Kane. Can we do a deal like that? That would be nice, right? I don't know if we can do deals like that, man, because, you know, Man United, we're not very good with coming up with fantastic deals. We always get taken to the cleaners and we overpay for everybody. All right? Other news, I'm seeing that we're putting a bid for, I know we're not going to win this bid, for Declan Rice. Of course, now they're talking about either to do Maguire or McTominay plus cash for Declan Rice. But again, guys, I don't see us getting him because Man City already put in today a bid for like 110 million or some crazy number. And then, of course, Arsenal had already put in 2 bids. So pretty much the 2 teams that are in the pole position for Declan Rice is Man City and Arsenal. And I just want us to be in consideration. That's all, right? I just want us to be in consideration. That way, you know, West Ham can have something to think about. because, again, if West Ham is selling Declan Rice, McTominay will be a perfect replacement to sit there while you guys don't need to focus on getting a like-to-like replacement. You would have a player in McTominay, right? So, yeah, so that's, let's see what else I got here, guys. Yeah, so that's really all that I have when it comes to the transfer. So pretty much, we're still in the holding pattern. I'm really hoping that, of course, by July 1, by then De Gea's contract will be expired. So I don't know if he's going to sign, but it looks like the talks for Onana, they're going very well. Inter is already working on getting his replacement, and there have been talks that Kylo Navas, the former PSG goalie, could be going to Inter. So it looks like Inter is already planning that Onana won't be there, which, trust me, Onana coming to Man United, that will be a really good move. But there's also talk that De Gea may actually sign the contract and stay. Now, would you want De Gea to be sitting on the bench getting a salary of $200,000 a week, just sitting on the bench as a number 2? It doesn't make sense. So, again, we'll keep an eye on this space and report as we see it, and you guys will be updated. All right, guys, that is all I have for you. I really appreciate you being here. Thank you so much. As you're rolling out, hit the like, subscribe, notification bell.